Listen carefully, beautiful, because this is the difference between a woman who's controlled by others and a woman who controls the entire room without saying a word. When someone hurts you, insults you, or tries to break your spirit, the worst thing you can do is react instantly, because every reaction is your power handed away. Don't speak. Don't scream. Don't defend. Just do this instead and watch them regret ever hurting you. Want to know what that secret is? Stay with me till the end. Because this is not just about revenge. It's about becoming so powerful, you don't need to explain yourself to anyone ever again. Silence is not weakness. Silence is your most dangerous, most expensive weapon. The world has lied to you for years, telling you that to win a fight, you must scream louder, explain harder, pry more. But the truth is far more beautiful and far more dangerous. A woman who masters the art of silence becomes untouchable. She can walk into any room and own it without saying a single word. Because silence creates curiosity. It breeds fear. It sparks confusion in the mind of the one who tried to break you. They expect your anger. They expect your tears. They expect drama. But when you give them nothing, not a word, not a glance, not even a sigh, they start to question themselves. Did I make a mistake? Did I really have that much power over her? Why isn't she reacting? Your silence becomes their mirror, and they start seeing their own guilt, their own ugliness, reflecting back at them. Think about this. When you receive a rude message from someone you trusted, what's your first urge? To reply fast, to defend yourself, to send a paragraph of rage or pain. But when you pause, breathe, and stay silent, you hold power. Now they wait for your reply. Every minute of your silence becomes their torture. Every unread message becomes their nightmare. You're teaching them something without opening your mouth. You're showing them that you are not available for nonsense. You are not sitting by your phone waiting for their validation. You are living your life. Picture this. You're at work. Someone tries to belittle you in front of others. Maybe they mock your idea in a meeting or throw a sarcastic comment across the room. The old you would have snapped back, argued, tried to make everyone see your worth. But the powerful you, the upgraded version of you, you just smile slightly. You don't explain. You don't argue. You stay quiet. Suddenly the room feels uncomfortable. The one who tried to insult you feels exposed because they were expecting noise, but they received grace. And nothing destroys a petty soul faster than a woman who refuses to lower herself to their level. In relationships too, you were colored, you were blue to a man who wore blue, an afro in some races. You told them they're a fool, they were slighted. You told them they were blue, an afro in some races. This silence becomes golden. Imagine a man playing games with you, replying late, acting distant, testing your patience. Most women react. They double text. They call. They beg. But not you. You see through the game. You stay silent. You post that beautiful photo. You go out and glow. You focus on your goals. He sees your silence, feels your distance, and suddenly he starts chasing. Why? Because silence makes him wonder what you're thinking, what you're planning, who you're with. Your silence shifts the entire power balance. Now he is in doubt, not you. Even in family drama, where emotions run high and triggers live in every conversation, silence works its magic. When relatives gossip, try to poke your insecurities or drag you into their negativity, most people explain, cry, justify, but not you. You nod, smile, and stay quiet. They don't get the reaction they wanted. They get their own frustration instead. Because silence feeds their confusion, not your energy. You see, silence is not the absence of response. It is the presence of immense strength. A quiet woman is not a broken woman. A quiet woman is a woman preparing her empire. The lioness does not roar before she attacks. She waits. She watches. She saves her energy for the kill. And you are no different. Your silence speaks. I am not bothered. I am above this. I am thinking 3 steps ahead. They hear it even when you say nothing. Look at the most powerful people in the world. Their silence is what makes them terrifying, not their noise. Look at successful leaders, bosses, icons. They don't shout in meetings. They listen. And their silence forces others to talk, to reveal, to crumble under their own words. Your silence can do the same in your life, in friendships, in love, in business. When you pause and hold your words back, they reveal theirs. They show you who they really are. Even in daily fights with your partner, when he expects you to scream back after a hurtful sentence, and you don't. You create a storm he can't handle. He'll start explaining himself, apologizing, feeling nervous. Why? Because your silence is screaming the truth louder than any words could. So remember this always. A woman's silence is louder than her words. It tells the world she doesn't beg, she doesn't chase, and she doesn't play small. It tells them she knows her worth. And that is a power no one can touch. A woman who observes everything and responds to nothing is a woman who is shaping her destiny in silence. This is not weakness. This is the art of strategy. The smartest queens in history didn't react to every stone thrown at them. They watched, they waited, they learned. Because every word, every insult, every act of disrespect is free information. And information is power. When you rush to react, you reveal your feelings. You show your triggers. You show your fears. But when you stay still, you see the truth in others. You see who is loyal, who is fake, who is jealous, who is insecure. Observation turns you into a mind reader. It's like having secret vision into the souls of people around you. Think about it. At your workplace, when someone tries to outshine you or takes credit for your ideas, your first instinct is to fight back, to claim what's yours in front of everyone. But what if you stayed quiet and just watched? You would see who defends you, who stays silent, who laughs, who shifts uncomfortably. You gather data. Now you know who to trust when the real opportunity comes. Now you know who's playing for you and who's playing against you. This is how real leaders rise. Not by loud arguments, but by quiet observation. By seeing the snakes before they strike. Even in relationship, this superpower changes everything. When a man starts acting cold, distant, still confusing, you don't panic. You don't flood his phone with desperate questions. No, you become the observer. What time does he call? What changes in his words? How does his energy feel when you're together? Is he hiding his phone? Does his story change when you ask twice? You're not reacting, you're studying. Because when you see the patterns without reacting to the drama, you hold the key to deciding if this man deserves your soul or your silence. No begging, no fighting, just silent knowing. In friendships too, observation saves your energy. Someone gossips to you about others. Pause. What if they betray someone else's trust to entertain you? One day they will betray yours too. When friends disappear when you need them the most, watch closely. Life always shows you who's real in hard times. Not in happy hours, not in birthday selfies, but when you're down. When you choose to observe instead of complain, you allow people to expose themselves without you lifting a finger. Even in family drama, where manipulation is dressed as love, you learn everything by watching. The aunt who always makes sly comments about your weight, why? Is it her own insecurity? The cousin who competes with you at every wedding, what is she lacking that makes her do this? You observe, you see patterns. You compete with you at every wedding. Why? Is it her own insecurity? You observe, you see patterns, you understand. And because of this understanding, you don't react. You don't explain yourself to small minds. You simply adjust your distance. You protect your energy without confrontation. Your silence makes them uncomfortable, not your anger. And let's talk about everyday situations. When you walk into a new room, a party, an office, a cafe, most people rush to talk, to make noise, to be seen. But the woman who walks in, looks around, says little. She becomes the most interesting person there. Why? Because humans fear what they cannot read. When you observe without revealing your thoughts, you stay mysterious. You hold your cards. And mystery is pure power. People can only play games with what they know. When they don't know what you think, what you feel, what you want, they are powerless. Even with your enemies, silence and observation drive them crazy. When they insult you, provoke you, spread lies about you, and you don't react, they lose control. Because they wanted your drama, your weakness, your breakdown. But you gave them nothing but silence. And your quiet eyes, watching, knowing, remembering, this is what shakes their soul. Because deep down they know, a woman who watches quietly is a woman planning something greater. In your personal growth too, observation is gold. When you stop reacting to life's small problems, late trains, rude cashiers, annoying colleagues, you learn patience, you learn to choose your battles, you learn to see the bigger picture. Not every war deserves your energy. Not every insult deserves your response. A queen saves her fire for real wars, real victories. She doesn't waste arrows on barking dogs. Observation teaches you this. Life becomes chess, not checkers. Every move calculated. Every reaction delayed for maximum effect. When someone hurts you, betrays you, or underestimates you, the biggest mistake you can make is wasting your precious energy thinking about them. Why did they do this to me? Why did they lie? Why did they leave? Stop. Every minute you spend thinking about them is a minute stolen from your glow up. And your glow up is not just physical beauty. It's your mind, your peace, your purpose, your future. You have to shift your entire focus from them to you. Because the truth is this, the best revenge, the sweetest payback, the most unforgettable answer is your silent, unstoppable glow up. Imagine this, A man breaks your heart, leaves you on read, ghosts you without explanation. Most women cry, beg, wonder what went wrong. But not you. You wipe those tears. You close the chat. You open the book. You start the workout. You sign up for the new course. You book the solo trip. Because this pain is your fuel. While he's busy playing games, you're busy building yourself into something he can never reach again. A woman who rises after pain is a woman no man can handle. Your silence, your focus, your glow up, these things will haunt him longer than any angry text ever could. Even at work, when a boss overlooks your effort, praises someone else, or criticizes you unfairly, don't let it crush your spirit. Smile politely, say nothing. But behind that silence, plan your glow up. Get better at your craft. Learn the skills no one else in that office knows. Stay late and practice in the dark when no one's watching. Will regret it. Your glow up will speak. Not your complaints, not your explanations. In friendships too. When people betray you, spread rumors, or disappear when you need them most, don't chase, don't beg. Don't try to make them understand your worth. Just glow up. Start investing in new connections, better energy, stronger circles. Join the class, attend the event, build the network. When they see you surrounded by new joy, new success, new peace, the network, when they see you surrounded by new joy, new success, new peace, they will feel the loss without you saying a word. Because your glow up sends a message their gossip never can. You don't need them. You never did. Even in family drama, when relatives doubt you, criticize your dreams, compare you to others, silence and focus become your shield. Let them talk. Let them question. Let them laugh. You build. You rise. You create the business they said you couldn't. You get the degree they thought was impossible. You move to the city they feared. Your glow up will echo in their minds every time they see you. No arguments, no explanations, just results. And the glow up isn't only about outside beauty, it's deeper. When you shift focus to your peace, your soul becomes untouchable. You meditate, you journal, you read the books that shift your thinking. You listen to the voices that lift you higher, not the ones that pull you down. Your confidence becomes quiet but unshakable. You walk into rooms not to be seen, but because you know you belong. That energy changes everything. Suddenly people respect you without knowing why. Opportunities chase you because you've become a magnet of purpose. And those who hurt you, they feel it. Oh yes, they feel the glow. They can't reach anymore. Look at the great women of the world. The ones who were doubted, mocked, betrayed. Did they waste years fighting back with words? No. They disappeared into the silence. They shifted their focus. And when they returned, they were unrecognizable. Stronger, smarter, more beautiful, more dangerous. That is your path too. Pain is not your prison. It is your preparation. Every scar becomes part of the glow. Every tear waters the future you are growing. And when you shift your focus to yourself fully, when your eyes are no longer on their opinions but on your own vision, you become unstoppable. Even in the smallest daily things, this power lives. Skip the drama-filled phone call. Go to the gym. Decline the toxic meetup. Take yourself to dinner. Learn the new skill. Watch the inspiring video. Read the book that fuels your fire. These small daily shifts build the glow up brick by brick. And soon, the woman who once cried over their betrayal is the woman they secretly stalk online, wondering how she became this radiant, untouchable force. Your glow up becomes your revenge, your proof, your power. After someone hurts you, breaks your trust, disrespects your worth, or plays with your emotions, the greatest decision you can make is this: who gets access to you next? Because your energy is sacred, your time is golden, your presence is powerful. Not everyone deserves to sit at your table. Not everyone qualifies for your light. And the truth is, most people around you only valued you when you gave without limits. When you gave them attention, love, care, presence, without asking if they truly earned it. That version of you must die. Because the glow up begins when you become a gatekeeper of your own life. When you decide with strength and clarity who earns the right to stand beside you. It's like this. Imagine your phone. You wouldn't give your password to every stranger, right? You wouldn't hand your private messages to just anyone. Then why do you give your time, your emotions, your soul to people who've not proved they deserve you? The next chapter of your life requires a new rule: access by invitation only. And not everyone qualifies. Some people only call when they need something. Some only show up when they're bored. Some only love you when you're easy, soft, available. The moment you become strong, busy, focused, they vanish. These are not your people. These are not your tribe. Think about the ones who hurt you. An ex who played games, a friend who betrayed you, a colleague who stabbed you in the back. They had access. They knew your weaknesses, your heart, your trust, and they broke it. Are you going to open that door again for the same hands that destroyed your peace? Or will you learn? Will you build the gate higher? Will you put locks on your soul, keys in your own pocket, and choose carefully who you let in? This is how queens rise. They don't block everyone. They don't hate the world. But they filter like rare diamonds that only shine for those worthy enough to hold them. Look at your daily life. You get invited to gossip sessions, to useless parties, to endless small talk that drains you. But why go? Why give your energy to people who don't feed your growth? When you say no, you reclaim your power. You make space for what matters. You give that time to your dreams, your glow up, your peace. Every no to the wrong person is a yes to yourself. And the world notices. In the end, you are selling something to your dreams. You give that time to your dreams. You give that time to your glow up, your peace. Every no to the wrong person is a yes to yourself. When you stop being so available, people start to wonder. They start to respect. Because access is value. When you're everywhere for everyone, you become cheap, common, expected. But when you choose carefully who gets your time, you become rare, desired, powerful. Even online, it matters. Who's in your DMs? Who gets to distract your mind? Who gets to steal your focus? Block, mute, unfollow. Without guilt, without explanation. Protect your peace like a queen guards her crown. You don't owe anyone endless access to your energy. Not old friends who've outgrown your path. Not lovers who forgot your worth. Not strangers who don't see your soul. The next version of you will be selective, private, quiet, but powerful. And this includes family too. Blood does not guarantee access. If they drain you, if they disrespect you, if they dismiss your dreams, they go on the outside of the gate. You don't have to fight, you don't have to explain. You just protect your circle. Your energy is a luxury. It's the VIP section. Only those who uplift, inspire, and respect you may enter. The rest can watch from afar. You'll see this shift in every part of life. The job offers you accept, the friendships you nurture, the lovers you allow close, the mentors you learn from. Each one must pass your test. Do they add to my peace, my growth, my glow? If not, they do not get access. And slowly, your world changes. Your mornings fill with purpose. Your nights rest in peace. Your mind becomes clear. Your circle becomes strong. No more chaos, no more drama, just clarity. Because you chose. You decided. You closed the doors that once let chaos in, and you opened the windows that let the sun in. This is your new power, your new rule, your new life, access by invitation only. When someone hurts you, the first place the damage happens is not your body. It's not even your heart. It's your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs. Because after the pain comes the most dangerous part. The story you start telling yourself. I was not enough. Maybe I deserved this. Maybe I'm difficult to love. Stop. This is where you need to wake up. Right here. Right now. You must rewrite the story in your head. Because the story you keep repeating becomes your reality. If you let their betrayal define your worth, you lose. But if you take control of the narrative, you win. Not just once, but forever. Imagine you are cheated on, lied to, rejected. Your mind starts spinning. What did I do wrong? Why wasn't I enough? But pause. What if the real story is this? I was too real for someone, fake. Too loyal for someone temporary. Too honest for someone who wasn't ready for truth. Feel the difference? One story breaks you. The other builds you. Same event. Different power. You are the author. You choose the meaning. And that changes everything. It happens at work too. You get passed over for your promotion. A colleague takes credit for your idea. Your mind whispers, maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe they felt threatened by your brilliance. Maybe the universe is pushing you towards a bigger opportunity, a better place where your gifts will be seen and rewarded. When Oprah was fired from her first television job, she didn't think she was a failure. She rewrote the story. They can't handle me here. My future is bigger than this small room. And she was right. You must do the same. In relationships too. Someone leaves and your heart says, I am unlovable. I am replaceable. But the truth could be this. I outgrew them. My soul is evolving faster than they can handle. I am rising to a level they cannot reach. When a snake sheds its skin, it looks uncomfortable, raw, vulnerable, but it is growth. And the snake never regrets the skin it leaves behind. Neither should you. You must write the story where your pain was the push that made you unstoppable. Even in friendships, when people talk behind your back, forget your birthday, cancel plans, you think, maybe I'm too boring. Maybe they don't value me. No. Rewrite it. Maybe you are stepping into a season where old friends don't fit. Maybe you are meant for new circles, higher energy, real loyalty. A tree loses leaves in winter, not because it's dying, but because it's preparing for new life. So are you. Think about daily moments. You spill coffee on yourself before an interview. Your train gets delayed. You lose your wallet. Most people spiral. Today's ruined. Nothing goes right for me. But you write it differently. Maybe this delay saved me from an accident. Maybe this setback is protecting me from something worse. Maybe the universe is forcing me to slow down and see something important. And suddenly your day shifts, your mood lifts, your power returns, all because you chose a better story. And this is not delusion, this is survival. Champions do this, strong women do this, queens do this. Because life will always throw pain, betrayal, delay, but the mind decides whether you rise or stay down. The story you write about yourself in private becomes the life you live in public. No one ever won by repeating the old sad script. The script of I'm broken, I'm unlucky, I'm worthless. Burn that script. Write a new one. I'm wise now. I'm tougher. I'm untouchable. That story changes the energy you carry. And the world responds to energy more than words. Even health. You fall sick, you get injured, you gain weight, and your mind starts, I'm weak, I'm ugly, I'm done. But pause, rewrite. This body is healing. This moment is rest before a stronger comeback. I am learning patience. I am building resilience. And you treat yourself kinder. You eat better. You sleep deeper. You heal faster. Because the mind, your story, controls the body. You see, the story in your head shapes your choices. If you believe you're a failure, you stop trying. If you believe you're a failure, you stop trying. If you believe you're a failure, you stop trying. If you believe you're a failure, you stop trying. If you believe you're a failure, you stop trying. Even when tired, even when lonely, even when afraid. Because the story you tell is the life you live. Every queen who ever rose rewrote her story. Every survivor who ever triumphed rewrote their ending. Every legend who was ever doubted rewrote their script. You must do the same. You must pick up the pen, not your enemies, not your critics, you, and write a new chapter. So powerful that those who doubted you can't believe the plot twist they are about to witness. Revenge. What a powerful word. But the kind of revenge I'm talking about today doesn't need noise. It doesn't need drama. It doesn't need you to scream, fight, or prove anyone wrong with your words. No. The deadliest, most beautiful revenge is your quiet, unstoppable success. The moment you rise so high that the people who doubted you cannot reach you, even with a ladder. That's the revenge that turns heads. That's the victory that leaves them speechless. You see, when someone breaks your heart, you have two choices. You can break down, or you can break through. When that man said you were not enough, when he walked away like you were replaceable, when he thought he could find better, what if you use that pain to build your empire? What if you hit the gym not to beg from back, but to sculpt a body that made him regret losing you every time he opened Instagram? What if you learned new skills, took new risks, became a woman so rare that the next man who touches your hand feels lucky to breathe the same air as you? That is quiet revenge. Not a text, not a phone call, but growth so loud, it echoes without a sound. At work too, when they overlooked you for the promotion. When your boss gave the spotlight to someone less deserving. You could have argued, you could have complained, but what if instead you mastered your craft so well that a bigger company came and hired you for double the salary? What if your talent became undeniable? I remember a girl who was told she'd never make it in fashion because she didn't have the look. Today, she runs her own brand, multi-million-dollar empire. And every magazine that rejected her begs to feature her now. She said nothing. She just built, quietly. That's how you win. Even in friendships, betrayal cuts deep. When a friend talks behind your back, exposes your secrets, tries to make you look small, the temptation to confront, to scream, is strong. But the real move, level up so hard that they can't afford to sit at your table anymore. When your energy rises, when your peace glows, when your joy becomes unshakable, they feel the loss. They watch from afar as you live the life they can no longer reach. Because your success has outgrown their betrayal. And let's talk about daily life. The neighbor who gossips, the colleague who mocks you for dreaming big, the relative who says, maybe you should settle, be realistic. Oh darling, this is your fire. This is your fuel. Let them laugh. Let them whisper. While they sleep in comfort, you build in silence. While they doubt, you learn. While they waste time, you invest it. One day they'll ask, how did you do it? And you'll smile because your success spoke when you stayed silent. Even love, especially love. When he leaves you for someone else, when he thinks you fall apart, this is the moment you choose your glow up. You start that business, you travel to that city, you write that book, you become the woman he fears seeing happy without him. That's the revenge that burns, slow but eternal. No block numbers, no drunk calls, just pure elevation. And believe me, nothing haunts a man more than a woman who rises gracefully after he tried to break her. There's magic in patience, in silence, in discipline. Every early morning you wake up and grind while they sleep. Every time you say no to comfort and yes to growth. Every rejection you turn into redirection. These moments build your quiet revenge. You become untouchable, unstoppable, and they see it but too late. Because when you succeed, without bitterness, without noise, the universe claps for you. Life claps for you. Even your enemies secretly clap for you because they can't deny what you've become. This is why you don't chase them. You don't explain yourself. You don't shrink. You build, you rise, you elevate. When your business booms, when your body transforms, when your mind sharpens, when your soul glows, your revenge is complete. The people who tried to tear you down will realize they built you instead. The man who left will realize they lost a queen. The boss who doubted will realize they lost a blessing. And you won without a word. So here you are, standing at the edge of your own transformation. And let me tell you something no one told you before. This is your moment. This is your stage. The world may not have clapped for you yet. They may not have noticed your tears. They may not have respected your silence. But let them underestimate you. Let them laugh. Because the most dangerous person in the room is the one who says nothing but prepares for everything. You don't have to prove them wrong today. You don't have to fight battles that are too small for your destiny. Remember, lions don't turn when small dogs bark. Queens don't lower their crowns for noise. There is a fire inside you that no heartbreak can kill, no rejection can drown, no betrayal can silence. Because what's meant for you is already written. The delays, they are divine. They are setups. The pain, oh darling, the pain is your raw material. It's turning you into gold, into something rare, into something unforgettable. You are not just recovering from what they did. You are reinventing yourself. You are rewriting the script. And this time you hold the pen. One day they will speak your name in rooms you've never entered. One day they will scroll through your life and realize they lost something they can never find again. But you will be too high to hear their regrets. Because real revenge is not destruction, it is creation. Creating a life so rich, so wild, so beautiful, so bold, that even God smiles and whispers, "Look at my masterpiece." People break you not because you are weak, but because they see strength they can't touch. They throw stones at things that shine. They try to wound what they secretly wish to be. But you rise differently. You rise like dawn after the darkest night, like spring after the harshest winter, like the phoenix, not screaming, not begging, but burning every limit they ever set for you, and flying higher than they thought you could. So I ask you today, who are you building for? A man who forgot your worth? A friend who betrayed you? A boss who doubted you? No. You are building for you. You. Ask Aito. You building for you? Let's go. No. You are building for you. You are building for you. You are building for you. You are building for you, for your soul. For the little girl inside who dreamt of a life grander than survival. For the woman you are becoming, the one with diamonds in her mind, fire in her veins, and peace no one can shake. Because in this life, success is not measured by who claps when you win. It's measured by how loudly your life speaks when you say nothing. It's the smile you wear when they expect you to cry. It's the calm you hold when they expect you to break. It's the quiet confidence that says, "Watch me. Just watch me." Not to show them, but to show yourself how far you can fly when you stop explaining and start evolving. You don't owe anyone your reaction. You don't owe anyone your anger. You owe yourself peace. You owe yourself focus. And focus is the birthplace of power. They wanted to distract you, but you chose discipline. They wanted to break you, but you chose boundaries. They wanted to dim you, but you chose to shine so fiercely that even their shadows couldn't reach you. Remember this. When they said you couldn't do it, they gave you your next reason to win. When they left you alone, they gave you space to build. When they doubted you, they gave you the fire to prove only to yourself what you've always known. You are unstoppable. You are rare. You are the storm they thought they could survive, but couldn't predict, and you are just getting started. Success, my darling, is the answer they never expected. Your joy is the revenge they cannot steal. Your peace is the punishment they cannot handle. Your growth is the glory they cannot deny. And every single day you rise in silence and build in secret. You are becoming the woman who will one day walk into the room and make every jaw drop without saying a word. So when you wake tomorrow and they cross your mind, smile. Not because you want them back, but because you know you are building a life so wild, so rich, so untouchable, that even they will whisper, "I should have never let her go." And you? you will smile. Adjust your invisible crown and keep walking forward. Because the queen never lets back.